One time, as I traveled, I was in Europe. Then I met a man who has been in Europe for 26 years and has never come back for once to Nigeria. For 26 years, he has no document. For 26 years, he has not achieved anything. He is in abroad in Italy, but yet he was tied in his village. But yet this man is a great man. When you look at him, not with your optical eyes, with your prophetic and your spiritual eyes, you see greatness, but you wonder, why is there no manifestation? So in the last day of the meeting, someone invited him. And then as I began to minister and prophesy, the power of God located him. I was prophesying to him. I said, I see you tied in the village in your father's house. He said, every night for 26 years since I came to Europe, every night when I close my eyes, I always see myself tied in the village. And every time I try to lose myself, I will see my stepmother tie me back. And I said, this is what the Lord is saying. I want to pray for you. He said, 26 years, no document. 26 years. He said, I have no bicycle. I have not been able to send bicycle. He said, I have no house of my own. I have not built it. Hear me, where you travel to does not change you. Location is not a problem, but foundation is the problem. If you don't address the village matter, even when you go to the city, the village matter will address you in the city. I began to prophesy in the volume of the book, and I said to him, I go to your village. As I was prophesying, I said, a strong woman vowed that you will never do anything. And the Lord said, confront. When I prophesied and lay hand on him, the guy scattered everywhere. And then he began to manifest. Who was manifesting? The stepmother. The stepmother said, how can he travel abroad when none of my children have traveled abroad? So what did you do? She said, I told the mother, it's not to travel abroad that is the problem, but he will travel abroad. Somebody in Nigeria will be better than him. Who tie the court? She said, I make sacrifice every month for him to remain there. He said, they invited him the first day, I block him not to come. He said, the second day, I block him not to come. He said, the pastor that invited him, I don't know what is the problem of the pastor. He said, the pastor began to fast. Lord, push him. So the pastor went to his house and said, enter car. That was how he came. And then the woman went on and said, everything he will do, I've tied in the village, he will not succeed. He said, my plan is that he will be useless and die there. She said, nothing anybody can do. He's in abroad. Do you understand? From here to Europe or any Schengen country takes about 6 hours by flight. And yet someone is there physically, but yet tied in the village. The Bible said in 2 Corinthians chapter 10 from 3 to 5, it said, though we dwell in the flesh, we do not war by the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare, they are not carnal, but they are mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Then I pray, I said, since you say over your dead body, I say, in the name of the one that sent me, die. I'm paralyzed. And then the guy fell, and the woman shouted, I release him now. He can succeed in Europe. I prayed and anointed him. He started crying. Miraculously, 2 months after that encounter, his document arrived. By the time I was in Germany, he said, Papa, the new work I got is difficult for me, but I begged them just to come and see you. He started explaining, I was the guy you prayed for. He came, level don't change. He said, I brought this prophet offering in thousands of euros. I said, you? He said, yes. He now brought out his phone. He said, now maybe this way you deliver for here. I'm the one you delivered here. As if that was not enough, he opened the phone and showed me the house he was building. 26 years. Because the court that was tied in the village was loose.
Yes.
Everywhere they tie you.
Yes.
I lose you by fire.
Amen.
I lose you by fire.
Amen.
Where they tie your children.
Yes.
Where they tie your husband.
Yes.
Where they tie your inheritance.
Yes.
I lose it now.
Amen.
Somebody shout lose.
Lose.
Shout lose.
Lose.
Shout lose.
Lose.
Shout lose by fire.
Lose by fire.
I declare judgment.
Amen.
Over every witch.
Yes.
Over every wizard.
Yes.
Of your village.
Yes.
Of your father's house.
Yes.
Sitting on your case.
Yes.
They are judged. Anyone that has vowed that you will not reign.
Yes.
By the God of this altar. I slay them.
Amen.
I slay them.
Amen.
I slay them.
Amen.
I slay them.
Amen.
I slay them.
Amen.